So my name's Colleen. I run a reading tuition business for primary school children. It's called Colleen's Classroom. And I run all of my adverts from Instagram under the handle at Colleen Teaches Reading. And my background, I have been a teacher for over 15 years, teaching in primary school, and I was also a head teacher. And back in August 2025, I decided to take the leap, quit my job, and start my own tutoring business.
Cool. And we started working together in October of 2025. Can you tell us where your business was at that point?
I can. So I'd started off in the September believing that I was going to be able to use local connections and recommendations to build my business. And actually, I realised by the end of September, I was happy. I had 3 pupils, but I realised that I was really struggling to find new leads. And actually, referrals weren't really getting me that far, and Facebook was just getting me nowhere. I was posting every single day religiously, designing what I thought were fantastic ads on Canva, just spending so much time and not really getting a return. So then my October wage was around £700, which, going from being a head teacher to getting £700 a month, was quite low. Obviously, I was really happy to have that amount, but I knew I needed more and wanted more. I had 3 pupils in total as well, and it was just little old me back then. And then, yeah, I signed up to your program in October.
Yes. And we've created a video already that kind of runs through what we did, the changes that we made in your business. We kind of did like the 90-day progress report. So I won't go into that too much, but just for people who didn't catch that first video, we ran ads, we implemented a sales strategy, um, we figured out your niche and messaging. Anything you want to add to that?
I think it was just an overhaul of everything that I was doing. You taught me how to actually run ads looking at a target audience, something I hadn't really dug down into who I was looking for, which sounds really silly and really obvious, but I hadn't thought about my exact type of client I needed. And so you taught me who that should be, and I learned a lot about that, and then how to actually specifically run ads to target those clients. And that has made the world of difference. And then I think I mentioned this in the previous video. Then it was wonderful because all these followers started to come in, and I didn't know how to warm them up in the DMs. And so, again, that was just a huge learning curve. Before, I was just the queen of no problem, let me know, because I just didn't want to be pushy. And so I've actually learned how to sell. And yeah, that's just been an incredible change. I don't know if you're happy for me to talk about the difference now. Is that okay? Yeah. So when I started, I closed, like I said, a few calls because I knew the parents, so it was a bit easier. Whereas now my close rate is 63%. And in only, I think it's been 4 months, in only 4 months, I've taken 24 calls. And yeah, my close rate is 63%. So pretty happy with that.
So good. Average close rate is about 30%, just to give everybody a benchmark there. So 63%, having only done this for 4 months, is an incredible close rate. Okay, so you were doing about £700 a month back in October. Where is your business revenue now?
So I'm at 4K months now, which I just never thought I would be at in such a short space of time. And on top of that, so I've got now over 20 pupils, and I've taken on 2 tutors as well. And the crazy thing is, I think last time I spoke to you, I can't remember what the figure is now, but I gave you the figure. And in less than a month, I'm now nearing 4K. And that's been the crazy thing. When I track the progress of the money coming in, it's just a huge difference every single month. So 4K now, and who knows where I'll be the end of the next month.
And you are spending how much on ads?
So I'm only spending £140 a month on ads. So it's a £5 a day ad at the moment.
So how how are you feeling about all of it? Like, let us inside your head. What's the mindset now that you are officially running a team as a business owner?
So mixed. So one part of me is what next? What else can I do? And I think that's been one of the things I love about your course. It's not just been how to build a tutoring business. I've learned then how to actually scale as well. So in my head, I'm a typical teacher. I'm just thinking, what now? What now? What now? So I'm really excited for the future. But my mindset for what I'm actually doing, I'm just in the best place. I've gone from being totally burnt out. I loved my job as a head teacher, but it was just incredibly demanding. And now I actually have a work life balance. I love my life now. I'm tutoring children and I have such a passion for teaching and I really missed it. But to be able to then take on tutors and start scaling for what I feel is quite early on into my business is just, it's the best feeling. So yeah, just I couldn't be happier.
Talk a little bit more about that work-life balance. Like, what has this business allowed you to do that you couldn't do before?
Oh gosh. I mean, for a start, teachers will really resonate with this. I can actually eat lunch. That's just been revolutionary and go to the loo whenever I need to go. But if I like talk to you about my days, the last couple of days, for example, I've tutored in the morning for a couple of hours and then I've gone and walked down to the beach and I've walked the dog and I've had my lunch and I've gone out and seen friends and family. And to be able to do that during the school day has just been incredible. And I think the thing is, when you're running your own business, you're passionate to put the work into it. So when I am working, I love it. And so the work life balance is amazing because when I'm not working, I'm able to do so much now. But even when I am working, I'm really happy and I can choose my hours. I can work whenever I like. So yeah, it's just incredible.
Um, what about like personal time off? Um, that kind of like, I know you had like a holiday last week. Like, how does it feel to give yourself a holiday as a business owner?
That was amazing. I was really nervous about that actually. It's one of the things that I was concerned about going from being an employee, which I had been throughout my whole career, to being self employed is obviously you don't get paid for the week you're not working. But actually, I found because I've been able to scale so quickly, I've actually had the money to be able to take that week off. And again, that was just incredible. I was able to take a break and everything continued to run. Because I've actually got tutors with me as well, truthfully, I was also making money during that week without working because I was getting income from the tutoring hours they were doing. So, yeah, the dream.
Amazing. Okay, so obviously we're filming for YouTube for people who are considering joining Educator Accelerator. What would you tell those people about working with me, about the program, about the community, about the trainings? Like, give me your unfiltered opinion.
Okay, unfiltered opinion is you need to do it now. I did the classic thing of when I met Carly on the call, I faltered and said, "Oh, I don't know. It's so scary to press the button and send this perfect stranger money." And that's terrifying. But if I hadn't have done it when I did it, I would still be in that same position, not making the money I am. So actually, my return on investment is huge because the money I've invested into you, I've seen back and more already. So 100% is the best thing I've ever done. But the actual course itself, the course is incredible. You know, as teachers, we've got no sales training. I had no idea what I was doing. And I've always been able to pride myself in my communication with parents. So the truth is, I thought I don't need a coach. I'll just be able to charm the parents and get them to sign up, but I wasn't able to do it. And so your course actually taught me how to find leads, how to follow up with leads, and how to turn them into actual clients. So the course was phenomenal. The one to one coaching has been brilliant. Whenever I've been stuck with something, I've been able to reach out to you. And the community that we're on, is just fantastic. Like everyone is so supportive and we're able to share ideas. So the learning that has happened has just been phenomenal. The whole package is just it's incredible.
Very good to hear. Yeah, anything else you want to share with people who are, maybe still in the classroom? Like it's quite scary. I know you'd already made the decision to leave your job and make this work. Um, what would you tell somebody who's still in the classroom, exhausted, burnt out, feeling like they don't have an extra brain cell to figure out this business stuff?
I think I would say to them, this is actually doable. I think when I saw other tutors online, I just thought there is no way that you can get an income that will cover the mortgage and the bills, as well as, letting you live like a really great life. I just thought there was no way of making that happen. And I felt like being employed as a teacher, head teacher, whatever your role is really stable, and to leave stability and go to instability is terrifying. But actually, it is the best thing you will ever do, because I'm now making the same money as a teacher. I'm working 13 hours a week. And then obviously I do my admin whenever I like on top of that. And that's because I'm, running a business as well. But your life will just be so much better. It's just scary to take the leap and leave. But honestly, you will realize when you do it that you should have done it sooner.
Yeah, the stability thing is huge because getting a regular paycheck does feel stable, but actually it's much more stable to have 20 different clients paying you so that if one of those streams of income goes away, it's not like your entire income is gone. Whereas if you lose your job for whatever reason,
Yeah.
there's nothing there to fall back on.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's you feel like, oh, I'm always going to be struggling to get people, but that's actually not the case. Like I don't think I realized the demand that was out there. And so although it feels like instability, it's not. Like you said, there are always clients coming in. And I've been having to speak to parents and turn them away because I'm too full and I can't accommodate the times that they need. Like that's the level of demand out there. So it's actually, there's stability within the instability.
Totally. Cool. Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
No, I think the thing is just, lots of people always talk about that people who take risks are the ones that then do well as a result of the risks. And this was a risk. Signing up, quitting my job, and then paying you the money was a risk. But my God, was it the best thing I've done? Yes. So for anyone out there who's wondering whether they should do it, do it.
Very cool. I'm just running the numbers here. So in February 2026, you collected about 4,000 pounds cash after spending 140 pounds on ads, which is a 28.6 return on ad spend. So for every pound spent, you collected 28.57 in cash.
Incredible. Who would have thought it?
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to film this with me. I really appreciate it. And it does help out a lot of other teachers who are almost ready to take the leap and take control of their teaching career.